Hello, 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 and welcome to the Cup Ringside, where we give you the best seat in the house on all things WWE. I am your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm going to get the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Arr. And you know what I love even more than that? I love my cup mug, yeah. And you can get your cup mug at lanazcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. And I have two of my favorite people joining me on this podcast today for the first time ever. It is a family affair all the way around. It's like it is what it is. I got my two favorite nephews. They're my only nephews, but my two favorite nephews in the world. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Donovan. I've been on here before. I'm your residential chain gang soldier. Hustle,
Period.
loyalty, respect. It's been it's good to be back, man. I ain't been on here in a minute. It's been a good little minute since I've been on a podcast. Here to talk some
Uh,
SummerSlam, man.
Absolutely.
Hey everybody, my name is Derric. I'm still trying to work on a good name for me, but I'm just ready to talk about SummerSlam. Let's ride.
Absolutely. I have had both of them here on different occasions, but never at the same time. So I'm so excited to have both of them here. And we're going to talk some SummerSlam today because it's in the books. It happened. We have done it. We have seen both nights of this historical SummerSlam, and they put on it, and it was a ride, I will tell you. But we're going to talk about all of that, and we're going to get into all of that. But before we do, y'all know what to do. Hit the subscribe button on the bottom right there. It's right down there. Hit it right now. We are on a mission here at the Cup Network, at the Cup Ringside, to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. So we need your help, especially on this channel. This channel here is our newest channel, so we're slow, but we're strong but slow. But we want to keep those numbers moving. Um, this is the newest channel of the Cup family, so help us out if you will. If you see these reviews and you appreciate them, let us know by subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you will never miss a single time a video pops up. Also, follow all of our other channels. All of those links will be in the description below on in that link tree. If you are a fan of drag or drag race, at the Cup Pod is the place for you. If you are a fan of competitive reality television, at the Cup TV is the place for you. And if you are a fan of Eurovision Song Contest, at the Cup ESC is the place you need to be. We got a lot of videos coming out on all of those channels consistently. So please, please, please support us on those channels as well as this channel. We appreciate all the support. And once we get to 1,000 new subscribers, a lot of fun things unlock for us here on this channel. So please, please help us out. If you need to check us out on the go, our audio podcast links are also in the description below. So click on that and check us out. Y'all are doing y'all big one over there on our podcasting audio channel. So we appreciate you so so much. And join our Patreon. We got a lot of fun things going on our Patreon, fun things that we don't put out on the channel, and fun things that we will put out on the channel eventually, and you will get early access to. So join our Patreon, follow us on all of our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. We are doing a lot of things on our socials as well. So check us out. Now, y'all, let's get into this SummerSlam two-night
Yeah,
event.
let's get it.
It's, it's going to be it's interesting. We're going to talk all about it, and
Whew.
it was a ride. It was a ride. It was a journey. It was a roller coaster. It was some highs. It was some lows. But that's what we expect when we talk about our PLEs here in WWE. There, well, I personally, this is me. I personally go into PLEs like, oh, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna like it. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. This card ain't looking like much. It's not showing me nothing. The build up to these cards wasn't giving me like I wanted to give. And then I get to the PLE and I'm like, oh, this was so good. This was so great. Or oh, this was horrible. This is just what I thought. This one for me reigned in the middle. I was like, it was some really high highs and one low, one really low, and one decent, and some decent, fair matches. But other than that, I overall felt like this was a pretty successful SummerSlam, which I think.
Um, just to be curious, what was your low going
Well,
into SummerSlam?
we know what coming out of SummerSlam or
No,
my
going
low going
into
in.
it.
My low going into it probably was I did not know if I cared too much about a couple of the matches, like the Becky Lyra match. Didn't really care that much because I'm like, we've seen this run before. We've seen it several times before. Do I need to see it again? Do they put on good matches when they wrestle? Yes, but do I need to see it again? So I was like, that was one. Mm, probably the I hate to say it, but the Randy Orton Jelly Roll um Logan Paul Drew McIntyre match. I was like, okay, we get it. They're not gonna let the celebrity lose. And I was like, okay, sure. It's okay. I'm not mad at it, but I'm not like chomping at the bit for it. I'm not like, yeah, I gotta do this match. And another one, probably, mm, to be honest, and I know this might sound like a little like I can't believe you saying this, but if it wasn't for the steel cage, I probably wouldn't have been that interested in Jacob and Solo match. If it wasn't for the steel cage aspect of it all. Now, I'm a bloodline girly. Everybody knows it if you watch the channel. I'm a bloodline girly through and through. And even though don't come for me, I went against them in this on the pay-per-view with Jay and Roman, and I regret my decision because I went against them. I regret it. I went against him. I was like, I let the influence of Brooke, who talked me out of it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna put it on Brooke. I'm not gonna put it on Brooke, but I went against my better judgment because I was like, I just didn't see them doing it like that. I thought we were gonna have a whole nother big storyline for the bloodline, but we'll talk about that when I get to it, which is very soon. But I did. It was some things that I wasn't looking forward to going into it. Was there some lows for you going into it, or were you just like, nah, this is gonna be good?
From a match quality, I thought the pay per view was going to be a good pay per view. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
not all the stories were built up to be the biggest SummerSlam ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, maybe the Becky Lyra. I mean, but even now, at that, the stipulation where she'll never be able to challenge again, at least for me, made it a little bit interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Jelly Roll, that match, I was interested specifically because of how much Jelly Roll was committed to the story.
Right.
We have a boss, we ain't gonna speak about him, who will just insert himself in stories and then say, you know what? Nah, I ain't gonna be here no more.
Right.
The fact that Jelly Roll was consistently there
Right.
through his busy schedule made it interesting to me. So to me, I went into SummerSlam like at the least it should be a decent match card.
Okay.
Now there were some matches that I knew were gonna blow me away, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, when we talk about that match,
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Derek, what about you? Did you go in there with expectations like you knew every car was gonna be decent, or were you like some of them I'm not so interested in?
some some of the matches on this card with again with the Becky Lycaria, the stipulation to made it her last chance. We've seen that before in WWE throughout the years. So that made it interesting, and especially to put on another stipulation to be a street to be like no disqualification and no counter, which made it a whole lot interesting. Because if y'all know me, I am an extreme guy. I love extreme matches.
Mm-hmm.
Them matches right there is always gonna be the ones that get me the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
And but like Donovan's point with Jelly Roll,
Mm-hmm.
consistency. That's what made that build up to SummerSlam pull through. Now the TLC match, it kind of
Man.
mm, I don't know what to say. There was a lot of high action, but it was too many moving parts in it. Because you
Oh,
was because it to me, you go back to you have all these teams going in, and part half of these teams wasn't a champion before. They just getting thrown into the picture. Like if you would have put this with the, I would have been okay if you made this a triple threat tag team match, 16 match. Like you could put Street Profits in, and put Morrison and Machine Guns, and then the YS6. I would have been okay with that because those are the champions that been around. They it was like a run with them, a run with the Street Profits, and now with the YS6. You put them three in the TLC, man. You wouldn't have all these different teams because it was just a lot of
I mean,
chaos.
but
It didn't make sense. It's just like you wanted to add more teams to. You just wanted to
we'll,
make it large than what it need to be.
we'll talk about it because apparently we are going to have differing opinions on that
Oh
match.
yeah,
So we
yeah.
will definitely talk about that when we get to it. But let's get into it. The first we go in order of the matches. So let's get into it. First match of night one was Jay Uso, Roman Reigns versus the Brawns, as I like to
Mhm.
call them, Braun Breaker and Big Bronson Reed. I just knew. I just knew Triple H was gonna play in my face. I just knew because of the fact that we know Roman is leaving to go do a movie for 6 weeks. We know he's not gonna probably be back until closer to uh Survivor Series War Games. So we know that's happening. So I'm like, they're going to make Roman lose this match. They're going to have I don't know. I came up with this whole story in my head. Maybe it's just me being who I am. I'm coming up with this whole story in my head. I was like, Jay's gonna turn on Roman because Jay's gonna realize that Roman still never asked him to be his tag team partner. He pretty much told him like, "Hey, we finna do this. Balls in your court." Like, hey, and all these memories of Jay, like, yeah, like you still ain't never really truly apologized for what you did to me back in the bloodline days. Like you still never really acknowledged that I was not just your sidekick. That I didn't went on and became a champion like you. I'm main event Jay Uso. Like the world is my oyster right now. I have these people, the universe eating out of the palm of my hands even more than you do now. And like I had this thing. I'm like, the Bronze are on this high with this whole Seth Rollins connection. Like I felt like they needed to show dominance and establish their dominance. We know both of these men are huge, they're big, they're going to be massive and strong and powerful. And I felt like this was the time that they were going to let them show their dominance to have put the fear in the people in the locker room back there. Like, yeah, we running shop, we wrecking shop over here. We just took down Roman Reigns champion, Jay Uso champion. We just took them down at SummerSlam, tag team division, beware. Like, you know what I mean? I had this whole story planned out
Mhm.
in my head that this was going to happen, only for it not to happen. And Braun Breaker and they lose, which I'm happy about. Let's keep it a buck. I'm very happy that Roman and Jay won because I'm excited. And the fact that Jay got to take the win. Like Roman sacrificed himself and didn't have to get the pin. He got hit with the spear at the end, and then Jay was able to capitalize and take out Bronson Reed. Like I did not expect that because I just knew if they won, Roman was gonna take the pin. Jay was gonna sacrifice himself for Roman, but we had it the other way around. I thought this match was a good match. It was a good start to the show. I was like, this is a good way to start the show because it could only go. This wasn't a bad match. It was a good start. The bar was
Mhm.
high. with this match, and everybody had to meet that expectation. So I was very happy with it. What about you, Donovan?
Yeah, I kind of expected Jay and Roman to win. I, contrary to a lot of people I saw on TikTok, I don't see Jay turning heel because of something
Mm,
that I think is going to happen later with
mm,
Cody Rhodes. They're not going to turn the two top
mm.
baby faces both heel because then who is going to be the merch seller?
Right.
Yes, John Cena is going to sell merch now that he's face again, but who you got to have that top baby face that's going for the world title, and we'll talk about Cody later, but I think they're starting to plant the seeds for a full Homelander heel Cody. So, and I heard this on TikTok. Shout out to TikToker. Roman Reigns sacrificing himself is the closest thing we're gonna get to an apology
Yes, that's what I
because
said.
Roman, he may have changed. He's still prideful. Like he told Paul Heyman that you ruined the bloodline. No, you ruined the bloodline because you were abusing your family for the better part of 4 years. I think he, I don't think he fully comes around to apologizing, if ever, but he has to forgive Seth Rollins before he does
Mm,
that. So I think him
mm,
sacrificing himself is the closest thing that anybody's going to get to an apology.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I just don't see the Jey Uso heel turn. He's one of the top merch sellers. He gets the crowd hype every night. Because
Mm-hmm.
what he, unless he's with Jimmy and
Mm,
they're back on their day one ish run,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Jey Uso, as a character, as a total package, can tell a compelling heel story
but
without
here's
his brother
mm,
when they were on
they
their
want
day one
this.
is.
Right.
So I just don't see it. But
But
in
see,
terms of the match, it was like you said, it was a good opening, get the crowd hype. They
that
just
running it back in the middle
running
of the
it back
match
in the
is
middle of the match.
crazy.
Jey Uso is a
Crazy.
fool. I'm still mad that
For Roman to still to
exactly
do
for
it with him.
Roman to do it with him. They are crazy. I'm still mad we didn't go to Raw when they were in Birmingham, but that's here nor there.
Yeah.
But cool opening
Yeah.
match. I mean, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed can take the loss and still go put the Raw tag team division on notice. All they gotta do is go. All Braun gotta do is go spread somebody.
Right.
Everybody's on notice.
I
Bronson
mean, I
Reed,
will say
tsunami,
this.
and
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll say this though. To your fact that Jay doesn't, he can't turn heel right now. I honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't think if he turned on Roman in this match, the fans would be against that. They would still back him. They would still be like,
see,
he's still, they would not turn on him for turning
Yeah.
on Roman because they will be like, we get it. We
you're right.
understand it.
You're right. He'll be another justified heel, just like
Yep.
most of the half the roster is justified heels. But they're not gonna.
They don't want to risk
In,
it though.
in my eyes, if Triple H is gonna pull that trigger, they want him to be hated. They want him to get booed.
He's
He's
beyond that.
he's he's still gonna come out and they gonna yeet with him all night. They gonna change
Yep.
the music every time we cut a promo. I got something to say. Yeet. Roman, you still didn't apologize. Yeet. They're not gonna
They're
turn
never
on
gonna
Jay,
boo Jay.
so
They're
you can't
not.
turn him heel.
Yeah. Yeah. Derek, what you think about this man?
This match, what like y'all said, perfect start to SummerSlam. That's the that is the that is the what I'm trying to say. That's the good match. That's the big match before the main event. I say that big
Mm,
match before the main event.
mm-hmm. I enjoy it. I thought this was just a good match. I thought it was a good way to start it off. I was I will talk about our draft picks as we go along and who won this because I didn't
Yeah.
even put it in the Discord of who won so
I ain't even
I,
said no picks. I've been
it,
slacking.
they don't know yet, and I haven't said it, so I will be
it,
saying it. I will be saying it
with this,
as we go. So
I mean, it with this match as a whole, it just that you could feel the energy. You could even feel the energy when Braun and Bronson were taunting Uso on right. When they was telling him to yeet, and they was telling, and even when Braun Breaker was singing in the middle of the match, choking Jay, singing Roman Reigns,
yeah,
Roman Reigns. I mean, that was a funny moment in the match. I even had to take a little laugh in it because it was
yeah,
funny. It was hilarious. The
yeah,
match, it was just a tit for tat type of match. It was just the match itself was just complete awe inspiring. The 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 energy was just mind blowing. The roof would already been blown out the stadium without even having to go into the main event. That's how good
yeah.
the match was.
It was good, but we all got this one wrong. By the way, everybody on the panel chose Braun Breaker and uh, Bronson Reed to win this match, so we all got this one wrong. We're gonna move on to the next match, which was the women's tag team champions Raquel and Roxanne versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Now, this match, I was looking forward to this match, and me and Brooke said it on our predictions, and we both agreed. I could not believe in 2025 I was going to ever utter these words, but I did. I wanted Charlotte Flair to win a championship. Oof. Oof. I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I wanted Charlotte Flair to win the championship. But I did because I think I fear I might enjoy Charlotte Flair a little bit with Alexa Bliss. Don't shoot me. Don't come for me. Don't get me. I'm just saying. I know out of all the things that I've said in the past about Charlotte Flair, she's like super Cena, and she just like she comes in and she's the person who I don't want to talk about, but she always comes in and wins championships every single time. And I know I said what I said, but I'm gonna turn it back a little bit. I'm gonna say this. Her now with Alexa Bliss is actually enjoyable and palatable for me. So maybe I'm coming around to actually maybe one day liking Charlotte Flair. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Do not shoot me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I do like Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss in this match. I thought this match was a good match as well. Like we saw some really interesting good things from these ladies. Like my one thing about SummerSlam, I knew from seeing the match card that the talent was always going to be A1. I never doubted for a second that anybody who went into these matches was not going to give us a show, and everybody did their job in this match included. I enjoyed this match. I liked the teamwork of Charlotte and Alexa. I liked the teamwork of Roxelle. What? Ra- Raquel and Roxanne. We had some really good spots happening in this match. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing Roxanne and her. She is known as a prodigy for a reason. She is good at what she does. Raquel has been showing up and been getting better and better each week for me that I enjoy watching her perform, watching her do what she does. She's good, and I enjoyed it. I kind of thought we were going to see an appearance from Liv Morgan in this match. I thought she was going to come out and maybe try to help, and I'm doing this in quotes, help Roxanne and Raquel, but accidentally mess it up and they still lose because she doesn't want Roxanne to have any, the champion and took the belt off of her, and because she's injured. But that didn't happen, and we had Charlotte literally sacrificing herself or saving Alexa, not sacrificing herself, but saving Alexa and making sure she didn't get hit, and she, because they did have a little miscommunication moment in the middle of the match where Alexa hit Charlotte and it was an accident, but Charlotte didn't she was professional. She took it as an accident, and instead of going and attacking Alexa, she made sure that the job got done, and Alexa got the pin on Roxanne for the 1, 2, 3, and we have new women's tag team champions. Charlexa is what they're calling them online. I don't know if I like that, but
Charlotte. Oh boy, I don't
Charlexa.
know.
I don't know how I feel about that, but
No, I don't
Alexa
like that.
blissfully
Oh
Flair.
damn,
Look,
Charlotte stuff. Like, come on, bro.
right. I feel
You
like
could think of a
Flair.
better name than that.
I think
How about Twisted
Flair.
Flair or something? Something
Right.
like
Oh,
that.
that would be
Twisted
That
Flair.
good.
that's
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 actually
that. Yeah.
that's actually kind of hard. You actually kind of hit with that D. Twisted Flair. You heard it here, folks. First, folks. You heard it here first. Twisted Flair sounds,
Yeah, I like that.
or the Twisted Queens, because Queen Charlotte,
Right.
Exactly.
Come on.
like
Goddess
Something
Twisted
like
Bliss,
Alexa,
that.
and she's
Goddess Elect. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Work. But yeah, I thought about this was a good match. But Derek, what did you think about this match?
This match was this match was, you like you said, with Charlotte saving Alexa, it was really, you could understand that, you could feel that you were going to have new tag team champions. So when Raquel spin Roxanne,
Mm-hmm.
it was like, it takes me back to WrestleMania 33. Triple H knocked out Stephanie, but Triple H got in his emotions that caused him to lose the match. That's that's kind of what happened here with Roxanne and Raquel. One of them got in the emotions, which caused them to lose this match. It was a nice build up, even with the fact that it would have been nice to have a Liv Morgan return, or one of one of the members of the Judgment Day helping out, because it could have been Finn Balor.
I didn't need that. I didn't need no more than Judgment Day coming out there. I didn't need that. I didn't need that. Honestly, I didn't need that. But I don't know. Donovan, any
Mm.
thoughts?
Yeah, I got a thought. Break up the Judgment Day. I'm like I'm ever since they stopped feuding with Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, I've been over the Judgment Day. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Roxanne is too good to be stuck in this Judgment Day vortex.
mm,
If you book it right, Finn Balor is too good to be stuck in this Judgment Day vortex.
mm,
Liv Morgan, if you book it right, is too good to be stuck in this Judgment Day vortex. And Dominic Mysterio is so far gone from the Judgment Day.
yeah.
At this point, I want him to leave the Judgment Day, leave Liv Morgan. I want them to turn him face, honestly. I think he plays the heel character so good, but
Yeah.
if you turn him face, all these mentions of Eddie, he could be an Eddie type. He could have an Eddie type run if you just get him away, let him feud with some bigger stars, prove himself against an AJ Styles, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like
I feel
I
like
think I
I
think
didn't care about this match because it was the Judgment Day. I fell asleep during the match. I had to go back and skim through it before coming on the podcast. I'm so over the Judgment Day. Just end it. Blow it up. I'm done.
I mean, I feel that. I understand that. I think this. I think for
Well,
Dom,
I mean, you
I
might
think.
get your wish, especially now that the judgment they gonna carry all the gold.
I mean, I think with Dom, we could just. I agree with you. He is needs to be away from the Judgment Day, but I think keep him heel. He's going to turn into the heel that like Stone Cold was. People still liked him. Like he still got cheered everywhere he went, even though he was a heel. Like he needs to continue that persona. He can be that baby face with that edgy heel. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
edgy heel kind of vibe. Like he still can be like, don't care. I think Dominic turned into a straight full on baby face to be a mistake because then people get sick of him. But he
I'm not
still
saying.
needs that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And
still needs to be that heel though.
like,
Mm.
and to your point, I'm not saying you turn him into the next white meat babyface, a Cody Rhodes type, like a Stone Cold type, like a even an Edge when he was a face, but still you knew it's only a matter of time before he does something heelish and goes back to being a heel. He can be a
Hmm.
tweener, Seth Rollins. He can be some. He can be in that realm, but
Hmm.
the reactions he's getting and Triple H. I know you love the long term storytelling. Strike while the iron is hot.
Right.
You have shown an inability to just strike while the iron is hot. Look how long it took Jay Uso. He was hot for years before you pulled the trigger. Look at LA Knight. His heat is dying down because
It's
you won't.
dead.
It's dead because you won't pull the trigger. Strike while the iron is hot. I'm sick of you. You want to build up these stars, let them get good heat, and then just let them sit there.
All right. Agreed.
Hey,
We move. What's up? D?
Carmelo Hayes.
Oh, yep.
Yes,
I
yes.
was saying
Yes.
Carmelo Hayes.
Yes. Agreed. Yeah. He letting him he just sitting there for no reason when he is like the potential that he has is to be an excellent heel. Carmelo can be an amazing heel, doing some amazing things in that ring, and they are just not pulling the trigger at all. And it's annoying. But we moved to Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Now, this match I was actually really interested in. I was actually really interested in because I have enjoyed Karrion Kross the months coming up to this. I've enjoyed Karrion Kross online. I've enjoyed Karrion Kross backstage. I've enjoyed Karrion Kross a lot. I enjoyed what he does, how he brings out these feelings in other wrestlers. I enjoy that aspect of it. And I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed because I really felt like this was the time. Like we have not seen Karrion Cross on a PLE in forever. We barely see him on TV, but he's always making his presence known when he is there. And it's like, okay, let's pull, let's push. I'm like, okay, are we this feud with Samuel? Are we about to push him a little bit? Are we about to get some, you know, some Karrion Cross push interest like we about to do this. And so I was hoping for two things. One of two things. Well, no, not one of two things. Well, one of two things. One, he wins this match. I was hoping he won this match so they can continue to push him to the moon. Like, just keep pushing him. Let him keep getting in folks' head. Like that'll be his thing to get in folks' head and make them feel like, is this? Am I being? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do in this business? Blah 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 blah. I wanted that. Either he won or if he lost, Sami Zayn turns heel, and so it can prove that he was right all along. You know what I mean? And he wins without winning. You can be like, "Yeah, I lost the match, but I showed who you are, and I won all along." And they gave me neither. I was so annoyed and so pissed off about this outcome because I'm like, and it's rumored that this might be his last match. Like they don't know if Cross is we gonna get Karrion Cross anymore. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, the streets are talking, and I'm like, what are y'all talking about? I didn't hear anything about this being his last match. But apparently, everybody's like, did you see what they were talking? Like, the Sammy was holding a whole full blown conversation at the end of this match with Karrion Cross and like, sorry and thank you, and kind of like, and I'm like, what do you mean? So I went back to watching. I'm like, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? What is happening? So if, and then to top it off, at the end of the show last night, in the quote unquote press conference, well, after post show, because they're not doing press conferences anymore.
We'll
Thanks,
talk about that.
WWE.
We'll
Hey, they,
talk
what's
about
up
that.
about that? Well, we know why they not, but okay.
Exactly.
But they're not doing that anymore.
Why?
We'll
We'll
talk
talk
about
about
it
it.
later.
We'll
We'll
talk
talk
about
about
it.
it. But they're not doing
Oh,
it. But the
oh boy.
crowd back there is chanting, "We want Cross. We want Cross." And Triple H trying to play the stupid game and deflect them. Oh yeah, we got it. You wanted that other person? Then yeah, we got him. We didn't ask for him. Nobody asked for him. Nobody in the world asked for him. And you trying to make us play, you trying to play us for a fool, Triple H, we see you. Nobody wants, Cross and Brock don't sound alike. I'm sorry. So for you to sit here and act like that's what those people were chanting, that is not what they were chanting. We want Cross. And we want you to push Cross because Cross deserves to be pushed. But that's okay. But we got neither. Sammy wins. And here's my thing. I'm not mad that Sammy wins. I just wanted Sammy to either win and go heel or Cross wins. Those are the only ones. And so I'm annoyed by this match. The outcome. The match itself was good. The outcome, could not stand it. Could not stand it.
Like you said, WWE, and it goes back to what I just said about the Judgment Day. It goes back to what Triple H will not do: pull the trigger. Sami Zayn, I love Sami Zayn. Let me start there. I love Sami Zayn. He desperately needs a character change. This, oh, I'm an underdog. Y'all don't believe in me. Y'all doubting me. I gotta show y'all that I am who I say. I almost said something. Bye. Miss me with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania 39. You and your buddy Kevin Owens ended the longest tag team reign ever. The next year's WrestleMania, you beat Gunther clean.
Clean.
Clean. You are not an underdog. You need to stop acting like one. And we were talking about it last night on the phone. Triple H is gonna blow me with this whole Karrion Cross thing because if this is Karrion Cross' last match, I'm gonna lose it. What was the point of him even being in the company? For him to be a heel maker, but you're not gonna do nothing with him. Like you said, cool match. Sammy, good win for you, but I know what they're doing. And I know what Triple H is doing. He's long-term booking. He's booking out for the Royal Rumble. Because guess where it is? It's in Saudi Arabia. We know
The
who's winning
Royal
this
Rumble.
Rumble. The Royal Rumble is in Saudi Arabia. Who does Saudi Arabia love? Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is winning the Royal Rumble next year. So he's not going to turn heel before then. I'm just
I
over
mean, but
Sami.
yeah.
Like, I'm over this
Wait,
character.
whoa. Because with this match, you had Sami Zayn's he's been in the company for years. He had the privileges of being in matches under the lights of John Cena and superstars like that, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. They renewed their rivalry, and like you said, he went in WrestleMania 39, beat the Usos after being with them. Then the next year you beat Gunther after his reign of 666 days. At that point, when he should have been in the build up for a world championship match. I don't know why it's taking WWE this long for him to try to push him the way he should have been pushed a very long time ago. This
I,
I
you
mean,
stupid
he,
he's stupid matches to Karrion Cross, and he's not a bad dude. Cross should have been pushed up. Both of these guys should not be playing. Both of these guys is not mid card material.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm with you, Donovan. Sami Zayn needs to they need to stop with this whole underdog story because he's not an underdog. He is that guy, and he needs to be able to walk around and be that guy and say he's that guy because you beat Gunter, you beat the Usos, you have showed yourself, you have stood toe to toe in the ring with the likes of Roman Reigns and all of and the bloodline. You have done that. You have done that, and you beat people clean. It wasn't like you had to have help. You beat people clean. And so he is that guy. So it's to put him in this light, like he's the underdog. He's always have to fight and grit and grind for everything. It's like okay, enough of that. We're not buying that anymore.
Got these two dudes playing in a mid match here. These two competitors are not mid card material anymore. They've been past that.
I mean, I feel like, and maybe like you said, since they might have him win Royal Rumble next year, that'll push him into the main event category, and so he can start going for the world championships again. But like, I don't know. I'm not buying the whole. I feel like Sammy didn't need to win this match. I feel like Karrion Cross needed to win this match in order to push himself further because Sami Zayn is already there. Karrion Cross is trying to get there. So, but the match itself, it was a fine match. It was a fine match. We
I'm about to say
move.
we're not mad at the match. We just mad at the outcome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But up next, we do have Randy Orton with Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. I, like I said, I was not going into this match with very many expectations. I thought this match delivered a lot more than what I thought. Jelly Roll played the role that he was supposed to play in this match. And I actually respect him and appreciate it. And I had a good time watching it. I was impressed with Jelly Roll did what he had to do. He's still a celebrity, so it wasn't going to be perfect. He's not a
mhm.
trained wrestler. We're gonna have some things that we were like, oh, okay, that didn't look right. But I didn't expect it to be perfect. But the other three competitors did their job and held it up so it didn't look like all of a bad match. You know what I mean? It didn't look like, oh, this is horrible. We saw the little like I saw for me personally every time Jelly Roll was getting ready to get splashed, he would prepare himself for the splash. So he would lay there and be like, oh, okay. And then the one moment when they had him on the table and he scooched back to get comfortable so they could splash it. It was moments like that. I'm like, okay, he's not he don't train for this every day. This isn't something that he can do that he does. He is a musician. What he does with it in singing, he does that well. He is not a wrestler, but he was committed. Like you said earlier, he was committed and he did a job, and it was good. I always want to see Daddy Randy win, but unfortunately, I wasn't mad because Daddy Drew actually won, and I'm just happy with that too. So,
I mean,
I love that for both of them. Um, but this was the match. It was entertaining. Logan Paul did what Logan Paul does, and he entertained. Drew McIntyre did what Drew McIntyre do. He gave the way he gave Jelly Roll two of them claymores. I was like, yeah, Lee. I know Jelly Roll was like, my face hurt, but he did what he had to do. Randy Orton was Love it. This match was good.
Yeah, man. In terms of a celebrity match, it wasn't it wasn't bad. You can't say it was bad at all. It was a good quality celebrity match. Jelly Roll, like you said, when he was getting splashed, him holding himself, preparing himself, it was kind of funny to me, especially when he was on the table. He was just laying there like this, like, okay, it's about to happen. It's about to happen. Oh,
Right.
and like you said, Randy, one of the all-time greats. I, I'll never be mad when Randy's on the screen. Drew is hilarious. I love when he's on the screen. And Logan Paul is Logan Paul. We know he's gonna put on a match. We know he's gonna put on a good quality match. So it was a cool little match, man. I ain't got too much else to say about it.
I'm gonna let Derek get his situation together before I put him back in here because he making a lot of noise for me, and I don't know. But we'll get his
Um,
thoughts. Okay.
I don't know what he got going on over there.
He got a
I
lot
was about
going
to
on
say,
over
okay,
there.
I'm back. I'm back, y'all.
Yeah, yeah. He got a lot going on over there.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, this match, I think I think they didn't try to they didn't try to overhype with a good thing, but we're all missing the fact that Logan Paul wasn't even a wrestler when he first joined WWE. He was a
He,
YouTuber. He was still a
he
celebrity.
outsider.
We still
Yep.
we still we missing that point. Logan Paul was mentioned in the Jelly Roll, I think like a week on SmackDown, saying that you a celebrity, you shouldn't be here. But where you forget you was a celebrity. You wasn't a wrestler. But yet, not even I'm not even gonna say 6 months. You hold championship gold from a legend at that in Rey Mysterio. So the match, it all and Logan Paul doing the splash on Jelly Roll onto the announce table, top tier, 10 out of 10, like that. And Drew McIntyre basically sealing the deal with the Claymore, the Jelly, and then taking the RKO. To Randy Orton because he is my guy. I love Randy. I loved him when he was a part of Evolution. Wish he could have won that match, but hey,
That's what it is. Yeah, I don't. The irony was not lost on anybody about Logan Paul saying that Jelly Roll is an outsider. When like, bro, you just got here. Like you were an outsider too. You literally
I'm about to say
were an
you had like
outsider.
you had 3 WrestleMania matches already.
But you didn't come in as a wrestler. You came in as a YouTuber who wanted to wrestle. So yes, you proved yourself. Yes, you did what you know you had to do. But you're an outsider. That's why if they had those signs up at the beginning of the match, Logan Paul is an outsider. Like that was funny to me. He is the
Yeah,
outsider, but
yeah, that's
the
hilarious.
yeah, but the irony was not lost on anybody for Logan Paul saying that. But like I said, it was a decent match. Not mad at it. Let's move on
Not man.
to the women's
Oh
championship
God.
match. Tiffany Stratton
Oh
versus
boy.
Jade Cargill. Um, in terms of the match, I thought the match was fine. I thought the match was a good, decent match. I kind of didn't expect the
Mm-hmm.
outcome. I thought we were going to get a
Yeah.
new
Uh
women's
huh.
world championship, but we didn't. Um, Tiffany beat Jade clean, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little. I don't know if I'm annoyed by the fact that I really wanted Jade to win due to the fact that I just wanted Jade to win and I wanted to have Jade and Naomi be champion at the same time. But I don't know what the storyline that they're cooking up and what they're going to try to do for Jade and in I think they're still trying to set up this long-term booking for Jade, Bianca, and Naomi at
I
some
am.
point. Um, in what capacity? I don't know how they go round the story around, but they go try to do it. But the match itself was fine. It was a good match. We had some good spots. We saw the prettiest moonsault, and it landed clean. We saw Jade do what
The
Jade
Jaded.
does and dominate for it. We've seen it, and it was a decent match. It was a good match. I just preferred a different outcome, but not that mad at it. It's fine. I think Tiffany's reign was it's been good and long enough personally, but
I
maybe
mean,
they
you.
don't feel like Jade is ready. Maybe they don't feel like Jade is ready for a championship yet. And okay, I think she's ready for some championship. Like, why? If we're going to, why did they make her queen of the ring and win that? If they weren't ready to strap the rocket onto her back, I have a problem with that because they could have just let anybody else do it and put Jade in the contingency for like the United States Championship. We have other championships now that they could put on her to see if she's ready to move up to a world heavyweight championship. So that for me drove me a little nuts because I'm like, why would you put her in that situation if you weren't ready to strap the rocket on her back? But so it's fine. Hopefully soon, maybe later. I don't know. But I also feel like an intercontinental championship or a United States championship is a good belt for Jade to start building up what it's like to be champion and having that on her so she can prepare herself for the women's championship. But that's just me.
And like you said, I think that's is the plan. I think the plan is still Jay versus Bianca at Mania.
Hmm.
I I think they're keeping the belt on Tiffany because of, and yeah, we're past it now, but the Charlotte Tiffany, that whole thing, like to me, if you if you were to point out one thing in Tiffany's title reign, it would still be that, and that's not a good thing because of that build. So I think they have to let Tiffany hold the belt a little longer to try to mask some of that bad. And like you also said, I don't think WWE thinks she's World Championship ready yet because that was a fairly quick match to be
Hmm.
a world title match for your Queen of the Ring winner.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think TKO or Triple H necessarily see her as ready to be the world champion yet.
They
Now,
shouldn't have let her be queen of the
why
ring.
why she want Queen of the Ring if you don't think she's ready yet is a whole nother story. But it's Triple H booking. He do some things that we don't see the vision for right now.
Right.
I mean, but it's the fact that you let Nia Jax win Queen of the Ring last year, and then she won the title from Bayley at SummerSlam. But but she only came. She just got back into WWE, probably not even 2 months prior. So the fact that she come back, win Queen of the Ring, having to beat Jade Cargill in the process, and then beating Bayley at SummerSlam. It, I don't see the real. I don't see the tip. I don't see the real logic with Jade having to go through what she had to go through just to get to this point and lose in a quick match, like you said. But Tiffany's run, I'm pretty sure her best match was probably
Charlotte.
well, I ain't gonna say because to me, I don't know if it's just me or
Oh wait.
what it is, but I feel that match was.
Is he sounding
I
robot
kind of
to you
felt
too,
that match
Donovan?
with Charlotte and
Uh
Tiffany
huh.
was overrated.
Okay.
Maybe it's just me.
Uh, I mean, it could be.
I mean, but there, you can't compare Nia Jax to Jade Cargill because how long had Nia been in the WWE before that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jade
But
even
the fact,
now
but how many
is
championships?
Jade even now is still, yes, she's been in a couple years, but she hasn't in AEW. I'm not defending Jade Cargill, but in AEW she wrestled what 60, 70 matches in
Mm,
a year. That's 2 months in a WWE schedule. That's two,
mm,
3 months, including all the house shows and stuff. And Jay, she's muscular. Yes, she's the strong girl. I don't know if her promos are necessarily there.
I mean, I think she had some work to do, but that's what my whole purpose was. I don't think she should have been in this match if they weren't ready for her. If they didn't feel like she was ready, she shouldn't have even been in this match. She shouldn't have won Queen of the Ring. They shouldn't try to hype her up to get to this point just to make her lose like that. So if you're not ready, if you don't think she's ready, but I guess they need to keep her in the
I was I was gonna
conversation.
say you got to keep her strong, so when it is time to pull the trigger, it's
Right,
not coming from left field, and it's like,
right,
well,
I mean,
she she wasn't built
she
up
could have
around
still.
Jesus.
right.
I mean, you if that's what they wanted to do, then they would have just kept replaying. They would have kept replaying Jay Cargill and Naomi all over. And now that Naomi has a belt, you could put her in that title match with Naomi at somewhere like Survivor Series or the Royal.
But
If they
Jay had
Okay,
didn't,
already
if they
beat
didn't feel
Naomi.
like they wanted to take the belt off of Tiffany, they would have just kept replaying Jade and Naomi all over again till they got tired of it.
Okay, there you can't. First off, you can't just keep running the same match over and over again. That's
right.
gonna get boring. And Jay beat Naomi at Mania.
The
The phase one, and that story is over.
the story is over for now.
Exactly. And
But
Naomi's on Raw because she has a Raw title.
like I said, the draft is about to happen. There's gonna be some shakeups going on, so we'll see what happens after the draft. But as far as this match, it was what it was.
It was
Tiffany
cool.
wins.
I kind of thought Tiffany was gonna win. So
Let's get to the main event all
Woo!
night one. Gunta versus CM Punk. This match, this match is crazy. Um, but we see a lot of back and forth with CM Punk and Gunther. Nothing unexpected between these two. We knew they would go put on a banger of a show. We knew they would
hmm
go put on a good match, and they both did it. CM Punk talking to Gunter is like, "Look at you, CM Punk. You're old. I'm young. Um, I'm
look
the
at you,
ring
you're old.
general. You're old. You're you know,
Oh man.
I'm the ring general. I can, I'm he's doing things that Gunter's pulling out all of the stops because he has to. Because he has to pull it out against somebody like CM Punk who is seasoned, who knows what to do, is can take a lot of bumps, can take a lot of abuse, but still come back. Like CM Punk is that guy, and Gunther found out very quickly that he
hmm
can't go into this match like he went into the match against like a Jey Uso, like a Sami Zayn. He had to go into this match totally different than what he did. And he was pulling out all the stops. We rarely see Gunther going on the top rope, but we saw it in this match. We rarely see Gunther pulling out some moves where he is like that's not Gunther ready or Gunther like in his back pocket, but he was pulling out everything in his arsenal in this match, and so was CM Punk. This was such a back and forth, even when it felt like Gunther was dominating over CM Punk. CM Punk would like get one move to turn it around, and he takes over, and there's one move from Gunther, and then he takes over. It was so much back and forth and really good spots in this match. It was so good. And then Gunter got cocky. Gunter got cocky, and he's standing on tables, he's showboating.
That's it.
When did we
That's
see
it.
Gunter doing all of this? Like, hello? It took him so far out of his own character in this match with CM Punk that it was crazy. But then he gets on the table and he's like, yeah, yeah, y'all look at me, only for CM Punk to wipe his feet from under him, and he smacks his face into the table and monitors, and he comes up
Uh,
bloodied, bloodied, like
no.
bloody. Mute, please, bloodied and crazy. and everything. Like, it was maddening. And he was so disoriented from his own blood that he could not get himself together. He could not function after that. He was just like, oh my God, oh my God. He couldn't get it together. And that was all the room CM Punk needed in that moment, is to just get him disoriented. And he took advantage. He got the 1, 2, and the 3. It was so great. Let's talk about the Gunter CM Punk match. What y'all thinking? Like, yes, I'm here. Like, yes. Derek, what you think about the CM Punk Gunter? Just the match, just that
See,
part.
I about to say, from that match was just all lived up to a hype, and the fact that let's get
Hold up, D, you might have to go and come back because you sounding.
into
Uh, but yeah, so you were saying, Derek.
Gunther has dominated throughout most of that match until he was covered in his own blood. He was very disoriented,
Mm-hmm.
and he was taunting CM Punk like he was like, "You, why are you still? Why did you come back? There was no point you trying to come back. I'm still gonna be the champ, and what are you going to be exactly?" So the build up and the hype that went into this match and the match itself, it was a solid 10. It was a solid 10.
The,
That match you couldn't put that match any better than what they did. They couldn't.
okay, Donovan, what you think about this match? Just the match.
I mean, the match itself, Gunther can wrestle me, and it's going to be a 5-star match, just about. Me, who has no training, who's not in shape, and he's going to carry me to a good match. He's wrestling CM Punk. The match was the match was destined for greatness from the start. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised about the match at all. Quality wise,
Mm-hmm.
I am very shocked that CM Punk won.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, so we wasted the ending of Jay Uso's title reign for Gunther to get it back just so he can wrestle Goldberg and then lose to the CM Punk. What was the point of
Yeah.
taking it off of Jay Uso just to do that?
Because they didn't want Jay Uso to have to fight CM Punk.
Well,
They didn't
book a
want
better
Because
to,
they
baby.
story,
cool.
Triple
And you
H.
have two babies.
Book a better story.
Yeah, yeah. But they didn't want that. They didn't want Jay to fight CM Punk. But even after all of that, we were like, CM Punk finally wins his gold. We're excited. We're
Yes, we
excited.
celebrate.
We're celebrating. We're like, yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Woo.
Confetti
CM,
flies everywhere.
CM Punk is doing it. And then we hear, down. And all everybody see the look on CM Punk's face. He was like, he said, "This son of a."
Mm,
Mm-mm-mm. It was like a moment for CM Punk. Like, he was like, he just went through hell. It with Gunter. He just put everything he had on his with his that he could physically do with his body out on the mat. Like, he had absolutely nothing left. He was totally gassed at this point. And to hear Seth Rollins' music is like, son of a bee. But he still had a glimmer of hope. Like, but I hear him. He's coming out to mess with me because he has the briefcase and he
yep.
knows that he is he has to get himself together, and he's just coming out to taunt me to say I'm holding this briefcase over your back, your head. And that's what everybody was thinking. Like, okay, because he comes out on crutches. Seth Rollins comes out on the crutches and he crutching in there. He crutching in there. And he like, you just lucky. Just know I got this briefcase. He got till June to cash in this money in the bank. And he's like, yeah, yeah, I'm coming for you. And then he turns around to act like he's going back into the gorilla position, only to stop, throw his crutches aside, take off his knee brace, grabs the briefcase from Paul Heyman, runs down the ramp, hits CM Punk tries to hit him with the belt. He smashes CM Punk over the head with the briefcase and just whack that, like that, whack that, what tears CM Punk a whole new one with this briefcase, and then gives it to Jessica Carr, the ref, and tells her he's cashing it in. Only for CM Punk to try
Oh
to
my
start getting
god.
up and met with a stomp
Ding, ding,
for 1, 2, 3, and a new
ding, 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 ding.
champion is Seth freaking Rollins. I I was flabbergasted. I was shocked. And I was somewhat happy, but not at the same time. Like my emotions was all over the place. It was playing with me because I'm like, surely Seth Rollins is not going to come and cash this in right now. He's hurt, right? No, he worked us. He worked us up until the very last minute. Had his whole wife in on the plans, taking pictures of him with his crutches, videos of him and his daughter walking down the street in crutches, all the way up until this that morning. This man showed us that he was on crutches, and then he comes out and he wins the WWE title in slacks, no less. Slacks. He's wearing his good church pants in the ring to win the title. He ain't got no gear on. He wearing church slacks and church shoes so he can get up there and slide around in the ring and do some stumps. Y'all, I was through, beyond through with this man. But I was happy because I liked Seth Rollins and I thought this was genius. But I was upset because CM Punk just got the belt. And I'm like, I wanted him to have it. But I will say this. CM Punk is not going to let Seth Rollins breathe
Nope.
until he gets his chance to get his belt back. He is not going to let this
Yep.
man breathe. All I'm saying, this is about to be so good, and I can't wait for Raw tonight. I will be watching. I cannot
Yep.
wait. This is
Yep.
going to be so good tonight. He is not going to let this
Oh
man breathe.
boy.
All right, y'all. I know y'all been chomping at the bit to get into this part of it, so have at it. What you got, Donovan?
I knew we were getting work because the last time he got hurt, when he was in Birmingham and we were at that Raw, and that fool came out on crutches and then started playing the air guitar with the crutches all the way down the ramp. I was like, he ain't hurt. When I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, he's going to cash in. I'm a Jeff Hardy fan. Cool with it. You cash in on my boy and send him packing out the company. Cool with it. Karma.
Now you sound like Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. When I saw that, they brought that to my remembrance. I was like, oh, he did do that to Jeff. You CM Punk. I see you. You did
You
that to
know
Jeff.
how both of
You know
y'all
how I feel
know
about Jeff?
Jeff was
Yeah.
my guy. Jeff was my guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for him to do that to Jeff and then Seth to come and do it to him, I was rolling.
Well, turnabout is fair play. And Drew McIntyre laughed the entire time. Like he was doing it. That man was doing an interview at
Drew
the time.
McIntyre is hilarious.
He was doing an interview at the time. Seth Rollins cashed in on And he stopped his interview and said, "Hold on,
Oh
I gotta
man,
watch this."
that man
He-
Drew McIntyre is so funny.
He's so funny, man. So funny, man.
Man.
So funny.
Oh,
Oh,
Derek, what you got?
oh
What you
man.
got?
Oh, oh. Look, I was getting into the feeling like, okay, CM Punk got his run. We finna see a good run for CM Punk because he hasn't held the championship in like 12 years. We finna see a good run for CM Punk. And we all celebrating. We think he gonna come out. We think the fireworks is gonna happen and all. I hear Seth Rollins. I'm like, but wait a minute, this dude is hurt. He injured him. He got injured at Saturday night's main event. You mean the he's not finna do it. He was not finna do it. He's not doing it. I know. He suffered an injury in 2016, had to relinquish the championship. He didn't come back until Extreme Rules and attack Roman Reigns. He is not finna cash in. When I saw him drop the cartridge, when he dropped the cartridge and took off his D-ring, I'm like, oh man. Oh, he's not finna do it. He's
He
not
couldn't
doing
do it.
it. Oh,
He
he's
doing
doing
it.
it. He's doing
He
it. I'm like, Seth, what? It's like
crazy.
this is me replaying the heights of the century when he cashed in on Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31. It's
And then that
replaying in my head.
and then that man did went up to the ramp and started swinging the belt again like he did the high school. Like, come on. I
I
Seth
will say
freaking
this. I will say this. I hope he's not legit injured and he didn't just do this just because he had the briefcase and for Triple H to get a pop. Because if he loses his title in a month and then it comes out that he was injured and he's gone for a minute, I'm going to be
yeah,
mad.
yeah,
Because he could have lost. Yes, it would have burned the briefcase, but if he was legit injured, he should have just lost
yeah.
or waited
That's
till he
correct.
came back.
Yeah, it would have. Not me taking everybody out.
I'm about to say, what you got going on?
I got a lot going on,
Wait a
but
minute. I'm
yeah,
like, wait a minute.
I got a lot going on. Me pushing buttons is not always a great thing, but it happens. But yeah, it's a lot. It was a lot. I did not expect it to go that way, but it is what it
Oh,
is. Ended up here on night
you know what?
one. Go ahead.
I'm about to say, you know what's gonna be real interesting? You already got Seth Rollins as the world champ, Becky Lynch as the Intercontinental champ. Do you really if you if WWE is smart, they would put the world tag team titles on Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, and and you might well drag Becky Lynch into that faction with Seth Rollins and
It's
Paul
coming.
Heyman.
It's
It's coming.
happening. I think it's
And they
happening.
just
I think
all
it's
carry
happening.
gold like the bloodline did.
Yeah, it's about to happen.
We always have to have a faction all have the gold at once for a minute to make it legit. So it's gonna happen, and it will happen. And when it does, we're gonna see the Bronze, Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch running havoc and walking around like they own WWE for a minute. And they will for a minute. They will own it. It's like that's theirs. But because you have Paul Heyman, the common denominator of all of
Mm-hmm.
this is Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is a genius
Yep.
of the wrestling business, and nobody can take that away from Paul Heyman. So it's going to happen, and when it does, we just gonna have to sit back and enjoy it like we did the bloodline and let it roll until CM Punk comes and breaks this up because it's going to be CM Punk to mess it up. CM
Yep.
Punk, like I said, is not going to let Seth Rollins freaking breathe.
Oh,
If it and oh my god, I just had a thought. I just had a thought.
uh-oh.
What if they do this whole faction thing and they bring Becky Lynch in and throwing Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch and the Bronze are walking around, you know, and so we know CM Punk is not above a faction. We know CM Punk is not above having a group together, getting a group together and making things happen. What if, since Seth Rollins want to bring in his wife, what if CM Punk gets to bring in his wife and they
Yeah.
start a faction?
I don't know.
Yo, and I think if anybody could get AJ to come back, it's CM Punk to talk her into it. And this is the way it rolls: is Seth and AJ against CM Punk. I mean, Seth and Becky with CM Punk and AJ, and they bring in some like. If anybody can make it happen, I think CM Punk can do that. But it's just a pipe. It's just a pipe dream of mine because I
It's
just
a
want to see
pipe
AJ.
dream.
Because I just want
That
AJ to come back for a minute. I just want to see
oh
AJ
my
again for
gosh.
another minute. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be
Oh,
fun. I think it'd be
that'll
fun.
be that's
That
gonna
would
hit.
that
That
would
would
be
hit.
ugly. It would be fun. But that's just me talking. I'm not saying I know anything. That's just me talking
Triple H,
outside
if
of
you
my neck.
listening, Triple
Yeah.
H, if you watching, you better
Make it work. Make
work,
it work. Make it
work,
work. Make
make
it
it
work.
work.
But this is what we go end it for right now because night one is night one. We gonna come back and do night two. And we're gonna talk about that. But we appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate everything. We are going to be back to talk night two, and we're going to have it all for you. So stick around. Follow us on this channel and all of our other channels, our audio podcast links, our Patreon, our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can follow me and Donovan if you want. We're there, Instagrams and all the other platforms. And you can get your cup mug right here. At LanaJuiceCreations.etsy.com. Get it while you can. And
Get
on
it,
that note,
get it now,
get it. Get it right now.
now.
Get it. And we're gonna get out of here because like I said, we got more videos to make and Derek got to fix his phone and you just watch another video. Just watch another video, okay? We'll be back. See you later. Cheers, y'all. Bye.